going to take for Hollywood to finally realize Idris Elba's potential? You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of Mandela Long Walk to Freedom.
You will die here.
Alone, what can you do? Together we have power.
You think you're smart, don't you?
I can't be that smart, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
The people are angry.
We are all angry. I am angry.
There's going to be a new campaign, Free Nelson Mandela.
This is how it begins.
This movie is a little late to the party. 42, Fruitvale Station, The Butler, even the much-praised 12 Years a Slave has suffered from moviegoer fatigue, losing steam at the box office with just about $25 million. In comparison, both 42 and The Butler finished with around $100 million, although Fruitvale Station only made it to 16. And this isn't the only crowd Mandela is lost in. Harvey Weinstein is distributing the film, yet the producer has 5 other Oscar contenders to promote: Philomena, August Osage County, One Chance, The Butler, and Fruitvale Station. Once he determines the frontrunners, will Harvey abandon the others? And while this is the first major film about Nelson Mandela, its white director Justin Chadwick might actually be a setback for the film in the highly political awards arena. After all, Fruitvale Station, The Butler, and 12 Years a Slave all have black directors. But perhaps Mandela, The Long Walk to Freedom's secret weapon is Idris Elba. The UK actor, like many of today's top Hollywood talent, had his breakthrough role on the BBC with Luther. Yet despite a strong fan base, Elba can't seem to graduate to movie star. Marvel Studios has sidelined him in the comic book genre with a bit role in the Thor movies. And while he stole the show in Pacific Rim, overall the film is more of a stain than a gold star on his resume. Fans feel he'd make an excellent James Bond once Daniel Craig is done with the role, seconded, but is Hollywood ready for colorblind casting? Sadly, Idris Elba might just be the right actor at the wrong time. Unless he gets an Oscar nomination? Yes, practically his whole career is on the line with Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. And by the way, speaking of Bond, that's Moneypenny playing Winnie Mandela.
I feel bad for this film, and I feel bad for Idris Elba, because Mandela The Long Walk to Freedom is so wonderful, but it's going to wither and die in the awards shadow of 12 Years a Slave. It's just almost a fact at this point, which is just tragic that this film, which I feel in large part is perfectly done, is just going to be overlooked. And I would actually even compare Mandela Long Walk to Freedom to Mel Gibson's Braveheart, because both films do an epic job of portraying a real-life leader who fought for his people's freedom at a tremendous personal cost. And also like Braveheart, Mandela Long Walk to Freedom has a really wonderful and impressive sense of national pride. You really get a good feeling, not just for the people, but the land that Mandela fought for. Now, Justin Chadwick is mostly a TV director, and he also directed The Other Boleyn Girl, but I think it's safe to say that with this film, he's really become a very good film director. And I think it's unfair that as a white director, he and this film are not getting the same attention as similar films from black directors from the awards circuit in Hollywood. That's really the core of what this movie itself is about, that kind of reverse discrimination and how that doesn't solve things to just, flip the situation. You should actually do away with it. Idris Elba is also extremely good in this film. I doubted whether or not he could portray the older, more statesman-like Mandela, but he does it with aplomb. He was just really good, and I feel that a lot of actors before him have gotten at least Oscar nods for also being able to portray characters at multiple stages in their life. So I think it would be unfair for Idris Elba not to also get a nomination, because he really makes you feel the passage of time, and he hits all the right beats and the evolution of the character. And at the end of the film, I saw him as Mandela. I think they did a really nice job with the makeup and everything. But Idris Elba's performance was important. The makeup wasn't wearing him. He was wearing the makeup. I also feel that I learned a lot about Mandela. It was a very informative film, and I thought it was also a very fair film. They didn't make everybody look like a saint. They showed that these were flawed people, but their better qualities won out over their not so good qualities. In some cases, they didn't, which I appreciated. I'm glad that they, didn't try and, make this a fluff piece. So I really strongly recommend that you see this film, and I think it's really wonderful that such a wonderful man got such a great movie, because that doesn't always happen. So check this out, don't miss it. And just because Hollywood's forgotten it doesn't mean you should as well. So that's my review for Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. If you've seen the film, be sure to write down your own thoughts in the comment section down below, and you can check out some more episodes right now.